Hi, I am Judy Litt. Yes, I look a little different because I just finished a run. And today I just want to share with you 3 quick stretches that I do after my runs. And I set up the camera in a slightly different place because you might need something to hold onto. And I do usually for one of the poses. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. The first one is just take 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, doesn't matter which foot is back. Make sure all 10 toes are pointing forward. Front knee is bent. Nope. And back knee is straight but not locked out. And hopefully you are feeling this in your calf because yes, it is a calf stretch. And you want to hold these stretches for about, I'd say, 20 breaths actually. You want to hold them for about 90 seconds. A lot of people will say 30 seconds, and seriously, that's not going to do a whole, it's not going to hurt, it's definitely not going to hurt you. But it's not going to give you as good a stretch as you could get if you held it longer. And then, since I'm talking, I don't know how long we've been holding that. Step the back leg in a little bit and bend that back knee. And the entire foot and your heel should still be on the ground. So you should still feel this in your calf, but you should feel it in a slightly different place, a little bit more into your Achilles tendon. Rätt bed. Rätt. And while you're standing and you're holding and you're breathing, I want you to think about sending your breath to the area that you are stretching. Go ahead and step that back leg forward and take the front leg back. Split stance, all 10 toes, facing forward, core is pulled in. Front knee bends about a 90-degree angle. Obviously, I'm not quite at a 90-degree angle, but that's okay. Really, we're not worried about that. We're pushing through that back leg, getting a nice stretch in that calf muscle. Go ahead and step that back leg in a little bit. Bend the back knee, making sure your foot stays on the ground. Should really feel that in your Achilles tendon, and it's also getting into your calf muscle because that Achilles is attached to that calf muscle. Little buggy back here. Go ahead and step that back foot forward. Now, this is the next move, is one of the ones where you might want to be holding on to something. If you've just run, a tree is great. I often will use a tree. Sorry. If you've run inside, the treadmill is actually really great. I often use that. A park bench, a picnic table, all these things work great. And we're going to go into a figure 4 stretch, standing. So really get your right foot, make sure it's really grounded. Inhale, bring your left foot up and then over that right foot. You can try this like I am, and then it's a little balance work, or you can go ahead and hold on to something. We're really stretching, so balance work's always a good thing, but you know, the point is to stretch. Your muscles are warm, and that is a great time to stretch because everything really tightens up when we run. This is going to get into your glutes and your hips and your IT band. You may recognize this from some of my yin yoga practices. Obviously, they're not standing, but the shape is the same. And if you fall out, no big deal. Just get right back into it. Inhale, slowly come up and slowly put that left foot down. Pause, get really grounded into that left foot. Either grab onto a chair or a park bench, a fence, a tree, whatever, and inhale your right leg up and cross it over that left leg and begin to squat back. Hips are coming back. And don't go as deep as you possibly can right away. Just like in yoga. When we rush into things, we have a tendency to injure ourselves. Gazing at one spot in front of you, if you're balancing like me, that can help with the balance. And as you get warmed up, you might go a little deeper into the stretch. Make sure nothing hurts. Inhale, slowly come up. Unwind your legs, maybe shake the arms out, shake the legs out. And our last move is also a balancing move. It's a quad stretch. So we will stretch out almost everything in our legs. The hamstrings didn't get a whole lot of love with this one, but that's okay. I'll give you a little hint at the end. So once again, if you are, I'm going to go ahead and turn to the side. So if you want to get a little balance work in, really press into your left foot. Inhale and go ahead and reach back. Grab your right foot. Bring your heel towards your glutes and your knee towards your other knee. Really pull your abs in. Gaze at one spot. That will help if you're balancing. Hand can go on the hip. And if you'd like a little extra balance work, go ahead and take your hand on up. I'm going to leave mine on the hip because I'm just blocking your view if I bring it up. And as you relax into the stretch, maybe you want to reach around and begin to bring that right heel up a little bit, and that's going to deepen your quad stretch. Again, if it hurts, don't do it. Exhale, let that go. And go ahead and ground into your right foot. I'm going to stay facing this way. Get a good solid base on your right foot. Hands come to hips, and then your left hand reaches back. The left foot comes towards your left glute. Knees come together. Really think about pulling that foot, that heel, into your glute to really get a nice stretch down that quad. Maybe maybe reach around for your toes. Begin to reach those toes towards the sky. A little deeper into those quads. And exhale, slowly let that go. And that is my 3-stretch, very quick post-run stretch. And I do that pretty much after every run. So my tip for you, obviously we didn't get your whole body. We didn't give the hamstrings a lot of love. And I will say this, hamstrings, yeah, they get tight on runners. They get tight as we age. But a lot of times we don't need more stretching. What we really need is more stability and strength. We need actually some strength training. But they still need to be stretched sometimes. So what I like to do later in the day, usually before I go to bed, I will do a yin yoga practice. I will link that up below. I don't do it immediately after running because you do not want to do yin yoga when your muscles are warm. It seems really counterintuitive, right? Because you want to stretch post-run. You want to do the stack stretches post-run because your muscles are warmed up and they stretch easier. Yin yoga, it's not really about the stretching. It's more about strengthening, there's that word again, your connective tissue. So when you are warm and you practice yin yoga, you are much, much more likely to go beyond your edge and potentially injure yourself. And nobody wants that. We're trying to make our bodies more flexible. We're trying to prehab, so nobody wants that. So don't do yin yoga when your muscles are really warm after a run. Do it later. It's a really nice complement and you can get into a whole lot more connective tissue that way. I really hope that you enjoyed this short video, and I will also try to remember another great thing to do immediately after this video, some foam rolling. Everybody loves foam rolling. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and click like, and if you want to know when new videos are added to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.